What the hell? This Lily is literally fighting the golem while we are trying to get the tribute. And she's still fighting it. And now she's dead. And now they have the golem. GG.
What's up, bros? Kobe Cheese here, and it's gross! So today we have some Sonya full game commentary coming at you, and that is the Barbarian from Diablo 3, if you didn't realize. I'm not really a huge fan of this particular champion. It's not exactly my playstyle, but I've got it all figured out, and I'm going to show you guys how it works out. Now, she is actually a little bit of a mix between an assassin and a tank, because she doesn't really have the same survivability someone like Stitches would, but she's good at killing bitches. Okay, whatever, let's just watch it.
Woot woot, here we go. So we are going to go ahead and start off the game, running up to the top lane. I'm going to be laning with the Lily. Pretty much on any character that I play, I like to lane with the healer just because that makes it so much easier to stay in the lane, sustain, and make some plays for that matter. We're going to be standing around in the bush here waiting for some action. Now, you'll notice, if you're paying attention, that Sonya, the Barbarian, she works just like the Barbarian in Diablo. And that is to say, she uses Fury. Well, I don't know what that was. By the way, forewarning, fair forewarning, I am not that great on this character because I haven't played her a lot of games. I played her a little bit, and so I haven't really got down the ranges and the skill shots and all that good stuff and exactly how strong I am. I'll get the hang of it, but I pretty much have the gist of it, and I can show you guys how exactly it works. So yes, she works on Fury, which basically just means that in order to use abilities, you need to do some auto attacks. Those auto attacks will gain you Fury, or you can also initiate with the Spear. That is my Q ability, the Ancient Spear, the one that I keep missing a lot, and I'll continue to miss throughout this video. That will generate a generous, that's what I'm trying to say. It will generate a generous amount of Fury for me to use, as well as, like I said, the auto attacks. Now, once I have a little bit of Fury built up, I can do some pretty interesting abilities. As you can see, I'm slamming down my hammer, which I don't know where she puts that hammer, but I can do it, and I can do a whirlwind ability. So the hammer, it's got an extremely low cooldown, does a very nice AoE, and quite a lot of damage on top of that. So if you can build up your Fury, go into a fight, and start slamming and jamming, because if you haven't heard already, if you're not slamming, you're not jamming. Well, that's kind of an inside joke. I don't know why I said that to you guys, but it's true, and now you know. So we're going to run in here, and of course, we will be missing the Ancient Spear, no problem, and spinning on the open air, because that's effective for losing the game, and no problem. I'm trying to be as humorous as possible about how bad I am on this character, but again, I haven't played her that much. I would get the hang of it if I played her enough. Here we go. I will be chasing around the enemy Sonya, and of course missing my Ancient Spear. I'm sorry, this is hard for me to watch. I know this must be hard for you to watch, but bear with me. This character is pretty good once you get into those battles, and you have a really good chance of locking people down. Now the cool thing is that whenever I do an ability, I actually gain move speed. Bam! As you can see, we chase down Lily, which is very hard to do. If you remember my Lily video from the past, Lily gains in a movement speed boost whenever she does take damage, and there we go. I wonder just how many times I missed my skilled slots in this particular video. Alrighty, so anyways, I will be getting away from that one there, and what I really wanted to say a little bit earlier before I started derping around is... Oh god, it's another one. What I wanted to say is that Seismic Slam is able to do a very drastic amount of damage once you have enough Fury, because you can go into battle, it's very low cooldown, and you just bam, slam, 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 and then you toss out your Whirlwind. And the cool thing about Whirlwind, you get a little bit of move speed during the duration of that. However, the really nice thing is that it actually gives you Life Leech. So that's kind of where you get a little bit of your tankiness from, is you just go into battle and pull yourself in. If there's a lot of enemies around you and you're taking a bit of damage, you start whirlwinding. It's harder for them to take care of you, and also, you know, you can kind of whirlwind through enemies. You don't have to worry about getting stuck on pathing. Sometimes whenever you get body blocked, that's a really bad situation that will cause you to get killed. You don't really have to worry about that while you are whirlwinding through enemies. It's also great for taking these big night camps. As you can see, doing damage to everything all at once is very beneficial. So that's pretty much the gist of her abilities until we get to the ultimate, which we will in just a second. Now, this is an interesting point in the game right here. This basically is where we lose. So you'll notice we're actually doing fine. We're ahead, in fact. As we go into battle here, we have the advantage, but Lily decides that she wants to go for the ogre. Now, while I like to just focus on the game and the characters themselves, this is just... I can't not talk about this. All right, she's still fighting the golem as they are going for the tribute, and they are systematically destroying all of our team, and they are going to get a huge advantage here. I will say one thing about this map, bros, and that is that if you lose 1 or 2 team fights in a drastic way around these tributes, you've basically lost the entire game. It will snowball pretty hard. Now, there are some anti-snowball measures in place, and you can definitely come back, so don't take that too far, what I just said. But the fact that they got the golem, because Lily basically got it very low, and all they had to do was attack it once or twice, kill our entire team, and they got the tribute, and they have the ogres, that allows them to push in, and they take pretty much a free fort, and now they are 2 levels up on us. That's a very difficult situation to come back from. I did a little bit of what I could there. I tried to go in and kind of defend a bit, but I got stun locked so hard that I was not even able to escape. So bad play on my part in that sense. Like I said, I'm still a little new on this guy. Girl, I should say. On the Barbarian, Sonya. Anyhow, back to what I was talking about before I was doing that little rant. Basically, you have 2 options for your ultimate, as usual. And one of them turns you into the big Berserker, which if you play Diablo 3, you're familiar with that. Gives you a little bit more damage. You can get better Fury generation, stuff like that. Or what most people take, and I decided to do as well, is this little leap, which doesn't require Fury to activate or anything like that, thank goodness. And bam, it stuns everyone that you land on. Hurrah! It makes a really cool sound like you're an Amazon queen, even though you're not. You're a barbarian. And there you go. Looks like I'm not the only one who misses those attacks. Luckily, I was able to get away from that little bit of a battle and make my way out of there. We're going to go ahead and finish off Abathar's clone. Not like that really matters or anything, but anyhow. So, we can turn into an avatar, do some big damage. It kind of reminds me of the Muradin, if you had to compare it to something, and oh my goodness, so much damage. So we really want to defend this fort, but it's basically 2 of us versus all 4 of those guys. We do have Rainer coming up, but that's still 3 versus 4, and they are 3 levels higher than us, so that's going to be difficult to do. We've got Tassadar down bottom lane. I don't know where Lily's at. I think she's dead. Yes, she is. So overall, that's 2 forts down. We're not doing so well in this particular game, but we can still do okay if we, for some reason, catch them out. But they seem to be working really well as a team. And in this game, teamwork is very important. It's very crucial. And there we go. There's what I was talking about. Catching one out of the place. We got Vala down. And I'm going to go ahead and whirlwind through here. I'm going to be focusing down Lily. That is what I have to do. And right as she turns on her ultimate, I do a great job. So as you can see, once the game has gone on a little bit longer, I'm doing a little bit better of actually using my abilities correctly. Was able to land some of my skills. And there we go. I can actually increase the range of the spear by 30%, which allows me to really get in there and do those long engagements, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the best of my abilities. We've got the Abathar clone, Sonya. I'm going to take that one out. Not too bad. So, like I said, we did get behind a little bit, but you can always come back with some good teamwork. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. I guess, well, honestly, I was thinking that, oh man, I am Sonya. I should be able to 1v1 any ranged character. I was super duper wrong on that one. So that was ridiculous. I got double ulted or whatever, and not double ulted. I got ulted, and I didn't ult her. And either way, I just got crushed. Not a good idea. So we'll be moving on. We'll be moving on and try not to throw the game such as that any longer. So the curse is lifted. I don't think we actually got anything from that. Did we? I think maybe we got a fort. But anyways, at least we came back about 1 level. We're going to be a little bit closer. And if we can get a good team fight going on here, this will be good. Now I'm going to go for this golem once again. Maybe we can actually pick up the golem this time without getting crushed by the enemy team. So that would be nice, actually. And of course, we're going to be dodging out of those stuns. Oh, crap. So here we go. The enemy team decided to do the same thing. Instead of going for their own golem, they're like, hey, let's go for theirs. And that's going to put us in kind of a bad position. Rainer running away at very low health. And now we have to get out of the battle cruiser, and there's no way I can get away from that one. I'm pretty much in a bad spot. I'm using my hook to get to the enemy. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Oh my god, just when I thought I was going to get away, I had them out, but he got one last auto attack on me, and that is GG for me. So, down I go. No big deal, but such is the way of life. Now, there are a couple of other talents that I could have taken here. There's one where you can activate your passive, giving you a little bit of fury. So I guess if you run into a situation where you just need a little bit more fury to finish off the fight and get one of those hammers off, then you can go ahead and activate that. I don't really have a perfect build in my head for Sonya just yet. I'm still trying out a few different things to decide on what is best, but it doesn't really matter. Again, this is the alpha. They'll probably change everything by the time you guys get your hands on the game anyways. And we're going to go ahead and look for a good opportunity to ultimate in there. I actually got stunned quite a bit by the golem that they picked up, so I'm going to grab the shrine and see if that can help me out. And maybe I can chase down the Lily, but no, never mind. I'm the only one with that thought in mind. We still need to take out these ogres, as they are just crushing our turrets with their artillery strikes. And we are out of ammo on those turrets. But either way, looks like we did a good job of defending that. They weren't fully grouped up, but we are now cursed, and they have the night camp, so this could be a little bit of a problem. And of course, Abathur's got his little ranged minions popping us off, but that's not going to be too big of a deal. Watch me just crush them with the Hammer of the Ancients. Actually, a really fun spell, I'll be honest with you. Sonya is pretty cool. Like, I know I said earlier that she's not exactly my type of character, but she is still fun to play. Like, I enjoy her, and you can definitely see how you can get some good plays in there once you start racking up those hammers of the ancient. Oh, here's what I'm going to do in this particular fight. I know that we're behind, but the only way we can really win these team fights is if I take out their healer. So I'm going straight in onto the Lily. If I can take her down, then we at least have a chance of winning. So good time there. Going in for the ultimate. She's trying to heal herself up, but I'm doing big damage. And looky there, one more spear into a Hammer of the Ancients. As you can see, quite a lot of damage. She's almost an assassin. She's just a tanky one at that, so she is listed as a warrior, but she is not, you know, she's a little bit more squishy than some of the other tanks. So there you go. That's pretty much GG. They win the game, but it was still a good game, and you got a chance to see just how good Sonya is, even though we were behind. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in your comments below what you guys think, and you know, let's go ahead and throw on your hate of all the missed skill shots in the game. So I'll see you around next time. I'm Colby Cheese. Peace out, bros.